Polytechnic actually started in 2009. Okay, and in 2011 we have one Neuro Nadi Tamhid icon we call. Her name is Sofia Jamila binti Muhammad Saidi. She was 5 years old in 2011, and she could, alhamdulillah, okay, 3 weeks intensive. When her story is quite interesting. Her mother is an ustazah, so she goes to the course that we have, like what you are going through today, and she was very excited. She has a little girl at home, so what she did, she went home, she did a 3 weeks intensive. Imagine intensive Quran teaching. That should not be fun, right? That should be challenging, but alhamdulillah, she successfully did it, and in 12 months, she finished reading the Quran, khatam the Quran, 30 juz of Quran, and at 6 years old, she finished it. So this is in 2011, alhamdulillah. And in 2012, we have Aisyah Mahfuza. Okay, again, this is not the only girl that we, success stories that we have in that year, but this is one of the best stories that we have. Okay, so the second one in 2011, we have Aisyah Mahfuza. She was 5 years old, similar to adik Sofia Jamila. She went through 3 weeks of intensive for the basic Quranic intensive, and then 12 months of reading the Quran, and at 6 years old, she finished the 30 juz of Al-Quran. This is actually an achievement compared to the research findings that was done by our professor just now. Okay, and then in 2013, we had Adik Zarfan. When I say Adik, it means little brother. Okay, so Muhammad Zarfan bin Mustafa Kamal, he was 5 years old and undergo the same process. And there is an interesting story about this little boy. You know why? Because he is an orphan. So he is different from other kids. He went to the class. Everybody else has their parents send them to the class, and then he actually was, he came alone. He came with the ustazah. Ustazah bring him to the class, and then he was not really interested in learning. But when he started to know the technique, which we will feel and try inshallah later, he started to show the interest. And then when it happened, he joined the class. He gets so happy and excited, and eventually he became one of the best that we have. Maybe inshallah during the break I can try to show the video of him reading one verse or chapter in the Quran, inshallah. So this was in 2013, and then we have another one in 2014, Laina Nurhuda binti Abdul Hadi. Okay, she was 4 years old, and then she only took 2 weeks intensive. Okay, this is the youngest that we have so far who can read at very young age, 4 years old. That is something that I know, because I have a 4-year-old daughter. So it is actually a dream of parents who wants to, witness their kids to be able to read Quran. And when you can do it at 4 years old, that is something that we are really happy about. So in that 100 days, she finished reading the whole Quran, and then Khatam means finish the 30 juz when she got 5 years old. So this is what we want to do. We want to have this not only in Malaysia, but wherever we go, in Singapore, inshallah, even in New Zealand. We want to have the kids who are actually at 4 years old, they are able to finish the 30 juz of Quran. I mean, inshallah. Alright. So that is why we are really excited, we are really enthusiastic, we want to do it seriously, and we want to go global, and we want to go international. Alhamdulillah, Allah allows that to happen, and that is why we are here today. Okay, so a little bit about Neuro Nadi International. So I can say that we are taking some roles from the fact that we learned what I presented to you just now. So our focus, the first focus is on product research and development, and the second one is the training and professionalism enhancement. Okay, these are the two fields that we really focus on. Let me inshallah, go through a little bit, inshallah. So the first one is product development. We actually started developing the basic at first, and alhamdulillah, I can proudly say that now we have not only developed the basic learning modules, products, and so on. We have tahfiz, which is the memorization part, and then we also have the preschool part, where we can make sure that kids 4, 5 in Malaysia, the preschool starts at 4 and at 6 years old. So these 3 years, 4, 5, and 6 years old kids, they are able to read the Quran and memorize at least one juz of Quran. So that is happening in Malaysia right now. And then we do have, this is quite special, a prenatal Quranic program, which I will get to you inshallah later on. And then the latest program is the childcare program. So this is the product development that we are focusing on, and I can see that it is normal in academic and in any other fields that we have products, right? Like mathematics or science. You know that even science you have labs, right? But there is no specific product for Quran, right? What is the method of teaching the Quran? In some countries, the method is to use kid, right? That is also, it was part of Malaysian norm. If you cannot read, if you make mistake, okay? So that is what we're trying to do. The time has changed, and the approach of teaching, the method of teaching has to also follow the time, right? Okay, so product development. The next one is training and professionalism. Okay, so we have actually more than just